So today is the 8th of January and I was able to make $1,500 trading a small account. From the beginning of this year, I decided to put $500 in my account just to show you how it's possible for you to be able to grow a small account into something meaningful. And that $500 has grown now to 3,300 and something. And and I didn't trade all the days. Of course, I didn't trade on the first because the market was not open, and I didn't trade for 2 days. And most of this money I trade just about 1 hour a day. My goal with this channel is to be able to help you to be able to gain that confidence on how to make money on the stock market. Most people that you see making money today, becoming these great people, millionaires, is because they have learned how to trade the stock market and how to invest in the stock market. And if this is something that interests you, you can subscribe and become a part of the family. So in this video today, I'm going to tell you generally what the stock market is all about, so that you have an understanding, you have knowledge. Maybe you've been hearing about the stock market, stocks are going up, people are making money, but you don't know how this happens. Today, I'm going to help clarify all those doubts. I'm also going to show you how I'm going to be taking a trade. Then I'll walk you through step by step so you can see how I'm managing the trade, how I'm able to manage my risks, and how I'm able to make money in the stock market. So if you've ever wanted to make money in the stock market and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to start, or maybe you've been trading or you've been investing and you are losing money, then I want to encourage you to subscribe and become a part of the family, because I'm going to help you, hold your hand, walk you through step by step to get to that place where you can become confident and make money in the stock market. So what is actually the stock market? Now just think about a stock market as a big mall, a very giant mall that has many different things that people are selling in that market. So when it comes to the stock market, there are so many investors in the stock market. There are also people who are traders who just buy and sell stocks. So there are many different things that you can buy and sell. You can buy and sell stocks, you can buy and sell futures, there is crypto. People also trade options. There are many different things that you can do. But one of the most common things that people buy and sell in the stock market is actually stocks. What are actually these stocks? Let me give you an example so you can understand. So think about something like Apple company. So when companies, any company that you see today out there that is having stocks in the stock market, they started as private companies. So let's say I start my business and it gets to a point where I feel like I want to invite people to be able to invest in my business. So I can now start selling stocks. So those people are going to come and buy stocks from my company. And I can get to a point where those people, they are like, okay, now maybe my company has grown and they want to sell some of those stocks. Now they will also start selling those stocks and other people are going to buy it from them. That is just how all of this starts. So, but how does this work and how do people actually make money in the stock market? Let's take Apple for example. Let's say that the price of Apple stock is $150, right? Investors now can see that maybe Apple is planning to create some new iPhone in the next year. So they see that Apple might make more money, or maybe Apple company is trying to open different sites. They are trying to invest in other places. Now they'll know that Apple might make more profit. So because of that, these investors can go and invest their money in Apple stocks. So when they invest their money in Apple stocks, and if it happens that Apple actually makes more money, so that means that the price of that stock is going to increase. Assuming that the price was $150, let's say it increases now to $160. That means that the difference is 10. So if actually you bought, let's say 1,000 stocks, then it's going to be 1,000 times that profit, times that difference. And that is how people are able to make money in the stock market. And of course, if the price of Apple actually drops, then people are going to lose money. So it's something that you need to be conscious about. You can make money or you can lose money. So now some companies that are well established, let's say Apple again for example, they actually pay dividends after a certain quarter. So based on the amount of profit that they have made, so they are going to take a certain amount of their profit and then they are going to share it with their investors. That is called dividends. So those are some of the ways that people make money in the stock market. So now, the prices of stocks can go up or down, but there are other things that you can also invest in, something like bonds. So bonds are actually government owned. It's a way that, let's say you give money to the government and then the government takes that money and use in many different activities that concerns the government, but then they are going to pay you interest on the money. So most of the time, some people invest in bonds because it's safer. You get that bond, but at the end of a certain period of time, you will just have your interest. So it's hard for you to lose money. So at the end of a certain period of time, you are going to earn your interest. So some people prefer to do bonds instead of stocks because stocks is very volatile, it's risky. You are not certain if it's going to go up or if it's going to go down. You are just predicting. So there is also something called futures, which was started by farmers. Let's say, for example, you have your wheat. Now you are a farmer and you are producing wheat. You don't want to spend your time and produce this wheat without knowing if you'll be able to make money from that wheat. Or you are wondering, maybe price, you are thinking that price is going to drop. And now people who are actually using this wheat, they are predicting that maybe prices are going to go higher. They can decide to buy that wheat now, even though you have not actually farmed it. They can decide to buy that wheat in the future. So when they buy that wheat, now when it's time you farm that product, you are going to give them that product on the price that you had already agreed with that company. So because of these predictions that are happening in the market, it's not certain that the price is going to remain constant. So at that time, but whatever price that the farmer and the company agree on, that's the price that the company is going to pay the farmer. And so because of the up and down movement in the stock market or in the future market, one of them might make profit and vice versa. We also have things like real estate, cryptocurrency, ETF. All these things, they comprise one thing or the other in the stock market. We have ETF that are also very good because they combine so many stocks together, and because there are many different stocks into each ETF is diversified, so you are able to diversify your risks. So if you are buying, for example, if you buy one Apple, now if something happens, let's say the company crashes, then you are going to lose your money. But if you buy an ETF and then Apple is inside that ETF, what will happen? Even if Apple crashes, there are still so many companies in that ETF, and so you are not going to lose your money that easily. For example, there is S&P 500, which have the top 500 companies in the US. There is also QQQ, which has the top 100 tech companies. So when you get those ETF, you are diversifying your risks. So but one thing that I want you to know is that all investment involve risks. Just because of the fact that prices are going up and going down, everything involves risks. But there are some risks that are reduced, like the ETF, and then things like bonds, you actually really reduce your risks. So you just have to be very careful to know exactly what you are buying. So this is a general idea about what is happening in the market. So now there are investors who can buy these things and hold it long term, and there are also people who buy it and trade it every day. The money that I showed you from the beginning was that I trade the market every day, because I just buy and sell the same day and I'm able to make that money. And actually I trade just about 1 hour a day early in the morning, and that money was made within 1 hour. There are different types of trading. So you can buy your stock as an investor and hold it long term. You can, some people also trade like swing traders, which means that you can buy something, you can buy a stock, and after about 3 months you predict that the price is going to go high. Then after about 3 months you feel that it's going to start dropping, then you just go ahead and sell it and make some money. And then there are other people who are day traders. So day trader, depending on whatever range you want, you can buy a stock within 1 minute, you sell it within 5 minutes, you sell it within 15 minutes, you sell it, you know, but you are selling it within the same day. So there are also some people called scalpers. Scalper just means that you see it, you go, it's going up, you buy immediately, and then you come out immediately. So based on all these different things, you need to study yourself and see the kind of risks that you are able to handle. There is a way that you are able to manage your risks as you trade, which is my entire goal on this channel. I'm going to take a trade where I'm going to walk you through step by step how I manage my risks, and then know that it is not anything that is too difficult. It's something that anybody can do, so long as you put in some effort, so long as you put in some time to understand how the stock market works. So all this information that I've given you today, you really don't need all of this. You don't need it. You just need to know when to buy, when to sell, and exactly what you are trading. So that's the most important thing. If you know what you are trading, you know when to enter the market, when to sell, then you are fine, which is what I want to teach you on this channel. If it's making sense to you, I want you to put in the comment section that it is making sense, and now that will help me to know if what I'm doing here is helping you. And if you have any question, go ahead and put in the comment section down below. So what happened in the stock market is that you can make money as a trader when the market is going up or when it's going down. So now I'm betting that it's going to go down. So that's my prediction. And before making this prediction, I've looked at the chart and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it as we go on. I'm going to teach you how to study the chart, how to know when to enter, and how to know when to come out of the trade. So at this point, I've entered this trade. I've just bought one contract. This is ES, is a future form of S&P 500. Now, if you don't know anything about what I'm saying, don't worry about it. In subsequent videos, I'm going to explain everything to you. You can just subscribe and then I'm going to explain things to you. So right now, I'm actually losing. I've lost this amount and I've lost 100. So let me go ahead and show you why I'm confident to stay here. You see, I've already charted. I know if it comes up to this point, then I'm going to go out of the trade. But I know that I'm fine. I know that everything is working perfectly how I want it to go. So I'm just going to hold on to the trade and I'll watch it and see. So let's go. I'm going to forward it at some point just so that we don't stay here for the whole time watching this trade. So right now the trade is going on our direction and we are still at $0. Is going back. So you just have to now sit here and then just monitor the trade and see how it's going. At this point, we have made $212 in the trade and see how it's going. I just come back here to my charting platform just to make sure that everything is okay. So I'm looking here on my charting platform and then I'm also looking at my trade where I'm trading on my trading platform and I'm monitoring it just to make sure that everything is going on my favor. So now the question is, why don't I come out of this trade when I've already made $250? Why don't I come out? Yes, so when you are trading, you have to gain some stamina, right? As you trade, you'll be able to understand the market, and I've already drawn my chart, so I know exactly where I'm planning to come out of the trade. So I just have to keep monitoring it now. So you see what I've just done? That is called a stop loss. So I've put a stop loss. This means that I'm secured. So there is no way I'm going to lose money from this trade. At this point, if anything happens and it comes back, I'm going to come out here making $150 where my stop loss is. And you are going to see how I'm actually managing the stop loss. So what happens is that as the market keep going, I'll keep taking my stop loss and going downward based on the candlesticks. So after every candlesticks, you see these green and red things, they are called candlesticks. So as any new candlestick is formed, I reduce my risks. I just move my stop loss and I bring it downward, and you are going to see how I'm going to do it. So at this point, we are at $300 and something. So right now we are at $850. But what I'm going to do is that I'm not coming out. Why? Because I'm managing my risks, because I'm managing the trade. Did you see what just happened? Now the thing came back and then it hit my stop loss and then I came out of the trade. And if I did not have a stop loss, look at what is happening. I would have lost all this money. You see how it has gone back? I would have lost all that money. So that is why it's so important for you to have stop loss when you are trading. So I'm so happy that I've walked you through this trade and we made about $800 from that trade. And then with another trade that I took, that made me $1,500 today. So my goal here is to be able to help you to hold your hand step by step and teach you exactly how to be able to trade the stock market. If this is something that interests you, I just want to encourage you to subscribe and become a part of the family. One of the things that I believe is that you are an overcomer. Anyone who is a part of this trading community, I know that you are going to overcome by God's grace. Subscribe and watch out for the next video.